9 questions to consider when sourcing seeds. But first, seeds are magic. They are living, breathing, infinitely replicable beings, and the seeds that you choose are the foundation of the success and abundance that you will enjoy. So choose wisely, friends. Here are my 9 things to consider. First and foremost, where? Are you growing indoors or outdoors? If you have a sweet indoor setup, you can start virtually any seed at any time. If you're growing outdoors, you have some additional considerations. Timing is everything. When you're going to sow your direct sow outside, when you're going to start your transplants, regional adaptation matters so much if you're growing outdoors. So number 2, where are you growing? In a garden or in a container? If you have a large garden, you can accommodate the size of just about any plant. But if you're growing in a container, in a raised bed, in a small garden, size all of a sudden is a limiting factor. But know that there are tons of varieties that are more compact, that you're not sacrificing any abundance. So go ahead, choose more compact varieties to maximize your garden space. Number 3, where in the world are you gardening? Regional adaptation matters. In ecology, in agriculture. If you're growing lettuce in Texas, you want heat-tolerant lettuce. If you're growing tomatoes in New York, you want late blight-resistant tomatoes. If you're growing watermelons in Maine, you need early maturing watermelons. Holy moly. Regional adaptation makes all the difference. Which brings us to number 4. Are local seed companies offering locally grown seed? They may or they may not. And here's the thing, your supermarket is a distributor of food from all over the country, all over the world, and your seed distributors are also distributors, often having seed from all over the country and all over the world. And how do you know? Give them a call. Yes, call them up and ask where their seeds come from. Ask who grows it, where, what they're selecting it for. You'll learn so much about seed, about food, about our planet. Number 5. Organic versus conventional seed. So conventional seed was grown with the industrial inputs of chemically solvent fertilizers, pesticides, herbicides. If you don't want to have those things in your body, in your garden, in your world, buy organic seed. But here's the real reason to buy organic seed. It will make you a more successful gardener. You can grow more with less with organic because they're not waiting for the manna from heaven of chemically soluble fertilizers. They're not waiting for something to be sprayed. They're outcompete the weeds on their own. They have robust immune systems, so they don't need the pesticides that their conventional counterparts would need. So if you want to grow more with less, grow organic. It'll make a big difference in your garden and in the garden of future generations. Number 7, what season are you growing in and when? There are thousands of varieties of lettuce, and each one has a little different season it would prefer to grow in. For example, Optima, one of my favorites, is a bright lime green butterhead that melts in my mouth, and it is a summer lettuce. I never bother sowing it in spring or fall. It's a summer lettuce. Winter Density, on the other hand, another one of my favorites, as the name might lead you to believe, is phenomenal in the cooler seasons. But it's also a great summer lettuce, ironically. So don't judge a book by its cover, experiment for yourself, and finding the right seeds to grow when will make such a big difference. So number 7, light and fertility. Every variety has different and unique light variety requirements. If you have not a lot of light, less than optimal sunlight, lettuce is going to grow beautifully. Your tomatoes will not. If you have less than optimal, rather poor soil, sunflowers will grow marvelously. Cucumbers will not. So as a general rule, if you have less than optimal light, you will grow great leaves. Think kale, parsley, lettuce, basil. You will not grow great things that fruit, like tomatoes, watermelons, cucumbers. And number 8, all seeds are not equal. So Cherokee Purple, one of my favorite tomatoes, can be found in well over 100 seed catalogs. And it's a great question. Are all of these seeds the same? The answer is sometimes yes and sometimes no. And how do you know? Again, call up your seed company and ask who their supplier is, where they're sourcing their seed. You'll learn so much. And I always recommend this next question. Experiment, explore, trial, have fun. Don't take a book by its cover. Find out for yourself. And you will find out so much about all these different varieties. When you find a seed company you really dig, continue to purchase from them. Always be open to new seed companies and new offerings. Above all, in life, in your garden, stay curious. And friends, here's our final question. It's such a good one, and it's the one we get asked most all the time. Are these seeds GMO-free? It's a great question. And here are a few things to consider. GMOs, when you grow them, require a stack of paperwork and all of this licensing. No seed company is ever going to sell a home gardener a packet of GMO seed. So every seed company can say, no, these seeds are not GMOs. So here are the two questions to ask. You do want, because it's a quality question, but here are the things you really are getting to the heart of your question. Does the seed company source seeds from a company that does sell GMOs? The second question is this seed company owned by a larger seed company that does sell GMOs? Again, these two questions that you need to ask. Do you source seeds from a larger seed company that does sell GMOs? And second, is this seed company owned by a larger seed company that does sell GMOs? Quality questions all around. Friends, as you're planning your garden, dreaming of the abundance ahead, ask good questions and don't be shy.